And it's even a bigger shame when some of these OnlyFans creators are impacting their children, the children that they've given birth to and brought into this world, the negative impact that they're having on their children. Like, if you've watched my shows, a couple of shows over, I talk about where are we headed as a generation, as a species. We are headed towards an extinction. The way that we ourselves as a human race, we're the ones bringing ourselves to an extinction, because the generation that's being raised up right now, the younger generation, the generations to come, the things that we are encouraging, the feminism, the modern feminism, the transgender movement, and all of these other things we're, bringing, having all these surgeries and performing, allowing these children and encouraging these children to mutilate their bodies at a young age, even before they get to 18 to become an adult. Parents are okay with that. Parents are encouraging them. Parents are paying for all of these things. What is this world going to be in the next 5 to 10 years? It's going to be unrecognizable. And I don't even think, to me, it's heading towards extinction for sure, 100%. But when you are an OnlyFans model and you are sort of indoctrinating your own child or own children that this is okay to see mommy go sell her body on OnlyFans because mommy need to make a living, and it's okay, my daughter or my son, it's all right. It's okay because mommy has to go to work. It's a crying shame. So finally, I'm going to share with you just a story talking just about that. A mother, Amber Rose, you probably know her. She's quite famous. How she talks about this to her son. But I'll let Candace Owens share that story with you. Let's get started here.
Opposite side of the exact same token of what is celebrated as feminism, like girls going on the internet and getting naked and selling their bodies, somehow we're supposed to believe that's the real stuff. We're so free because we put our breasts on the internet, right? Which brings me, of course, always to Emily Ratajkowski. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I feel like I have slept with her. I've seen her naked so many times on the internet. And so she has this podcast. We've brought it up before in the past, and she brings on a lot of women who basically, in my opinion, talk about how they channel their anger for men through their sons. Emily, on one episode of her podcast, spoke about how she basically forces her son to play with girl toys and pink toys. And she's like, oh my gosh, no, he naturally likes trucks. And I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. That's so wrong. And I find that to be very strange. Well, she is now speaking to Amber Rose on her podcast. And you're not even going to believe what Amber Rose has to say about her son. Take a listen.
How are you going to raise your sons to be different?
My sons are feminists already. Sebastian is a feminist.
Tell me what that means.
Her sons are feminists already. She's raising her boys, her son, to be a feminist. Wow, interesting.
Just means equality. He gets it. We were in the car and his friend was like, Miss Amber, ask us what we like in girls, what we like about girls. And I was like, okay, do you like blonde hair? Do you like dark hair? And Noah was like, well, I just don't want my girlfriend being on OnlyFans. And Sebastian was like, bro, you can't say that. You have to let a woman do what she wants with her body. That's not.
Wow. So his friend is saying he doesn't want his girlfriend being on OnlyFans. And her son is saying, hey, you need to let the woman do whatever body. Interesting. You see what we're grooming? You see what the men that we're raising? Sad.
Not cool. You can't do that.
Were you so proud?
And I it was a tear came down my cheek.
That's so beautiful.
And I'm like, that's my baby.
Damn.
I instilled that in him.
I was gonna say, how did you do that? I'm asking. I need to take notes.
Yeah, let's I need to take notes. Let's pause right there for a second. She has a tear going down her eye She's so proud of her son. She's a basic girl to cheapen herself on the internet and sell her body for profit. And then her son, who she raised so well, said, hey, bro, you can't say that. To be a real man means to let your woman sell themselves on the internet for profit.
That's crazy.
What? What are you even talking about? What are you talking about? I'm so proud to hear him say that, because being a real woman means that you sell your body for profit. But don't worry, guys. It's going to get worse. Keep going, Amber.
These kids, if they don't learn from you, they're going to learn from TikTok and Instagram. My son knew anytime, I mean, I know this is going to sound crazy, but anytime I used the bathroom and my son was 2-3 years old, he'd be like, Mommy, do you need a tampon? Do you need a pad, Mommy? I'll go in the drawer and get it for you. I told him about everything.
You're just like, okay. What? So when she's on her period and she's using the bathroom, her son is asking her if she needs a pad or a tampon. He'll go get it. What? Oh my God.
Hey,
about your body.
Whoa.
Have to.
I'm sorry. Let's pause right there. I am so mortified. What?
Yeah.
What are we even talking about here?
Yep.
In the history of the world, first and foremost, I want to be clear. Even if it was a 2-year-old girl, every time you go to the bathroom saying, Mommy, do you need a tampon?
Crazy.
Mommy, do you need a pad or a tampon? That is the creepiest thing I've ever heard. Why on earth would it become important to her? I have a 2-year-old son at home. Why on earth would it become, they're not even potty trained, by the way. 2-year-old boy, not even potty trained. Why would it be important for her to program her son to ask whether or not she needs a tampon every time she goes to the bathroom? That is disgusting.
It is.
That is disgusting. What is going on with this world?
You know what's going on with this world? This is the rising and the grooming of weak men. Because trust me, he's not going to be a real masculine man. No, the way that she's raising this child, or sons, or how many of it she has, this is ridiculous. This is the rise of weak men. And no longer that we appreciate the masculine man, but we appreciate the feminine weak man. And this is a classic case of it.
What did we just listen to? Wow, that's so amazing. How creepy. This is why these women are single.
Yeah.
This is why Amber Rose is single, because it's creepy. If I'm a guy and I go over to your house and you're like, I'm going to use the restroom, then I see your little 2-year-old son come up and say, Mommy, do you need a tampon? Mommy, do you need a tampon? I'm like, I don't know what the hell goes on in this house, but I am out, bro. I am out. Okay, let me tell you that. I am not stepping up to the plate to help raise anything going on in this house, because that's weird. It's just weird.
Very.
It makes me uncomfortable. It's nothing private anymore. Is that what being a feminist means? It means that you share tampons and pads conversations with your 2-year-old son who's probably more concerned with trucks? You think that like we're supposed to listen to that and go, wow, I got something wrong. And as I said, forget the gender. Even if she was raising a daughter, I would find that to be really weird. Let's see what else she has to say. Is it going to get worse?
Let's see.
Yeah.
You have to, because you're famous. Your son, by the time he's 5, is going to start Googling you and seeing everything. And if you don't have those conversations, like, but when Sebastian said that, he was like, because he said that somebody told him, your mom is on OnlyFans. And I was, like, during the pandemic. I mean, I had to work, you know?
Of course. There's no shame in that.
Yeah. And
work.
I had a whole conversation with him about it, you know? I have a whole conversation.
How did you talk to him about it? Just like, this is a way that mommy can make money, and like my body is like, can be sexual, and like that's a good thing. Like, what did you say?
Yeah. I also said that whoever told him that their parents are ignorant, because obviously he got it from his parents, because the kid we're talking about, right?
Of course.
And and I just explained everything to him. Like, when it comes to women, you have to let women do what they need to do to support their families. You want to go to a nice school, Six Flags, Universal, travel. You know, mommy has to make money.
Okay. Just want to make that clear. I guess you're going to have to call me an ignorant mom. Of course, by Amber Rose's standards, I am the ignorant mom that she's talking about. I'm the ignorant kid. I'm the ignorant whatever that she's talking about. Proudly wear that. I'll put it on a t-shirt. I'm the ignorant mom, according to Amber Rose, because what a ridiculous notion. Do you want to go to Six Flags? Well, mommy got to be a hoe. Do you like nice stuff? Well, mommy got to be a hoe. And if you don't understand that, so boy, go get me a tampon. What goes on in these households? I'm sorry,
Craziness.
are there no other options for women in society? I'm just so lost. There are no other options for women in society
Apparently
but to
not.
be a hoe. Really, that's the lesson that we've learned. And she's sitting here telling her son that if anybody tells you any differently, it's because they're ignorant.
Mhm.
They are ignorant. This is what we got to do to get that money. Okay.
That
We
bag.
got to be hoes on OnlyFans and we need tampons and pads from our 2-year-olds. And that's all I have to say about that.
Oh my God. That is it, peoples. There we go. We have it. Whew. That is quite a lot. So you've seen that we have a classic example of a woman grooming her child when it comes to OnlyFans. And this is a boy. And she's telling him, mommy has to go and work on OnlyFans, et cetera, et cetera. You heard it for yourself.